Good morning and welcome. I am Virginia Rudder. I am the Manager of Community Relations for Clean Energy Economy Minnesota, or CEEM. And today we are talking about projects in Northeast Minnesota, starting with Marty Morud of TruNorth Solar, and then Mindy Granley of the City of Duluth, and Ken Smith, Evergreen Energy, and ending with Braden Solum from Ideal Energies. The renewable energy generation was our #1 source of electricity generation last year. For the very first time, we had 29% of our electricity from renewable sources. And if you add in nuclear, then we had the majority of our electricity from zero carbon sources.
Most of the photos I provided, I tried to get photos of people and our people working on solar projects, because this is really a story about people and clean energy and bringing it to this area of the state, this beautiful area of our state. Where we are right now, I also want to highlight CEEM, the Cook County local energy project organization up there. CEEM is working on energy efficiency projects, some training and education, as well as commercial size projects. They're paying for local electricians to get their MREA solar installer training certificates, which is awesome. And now in this next cohort of projects we're going to be building next spring and summer in the Grand Marais area, we're partnering with them. You kind of need to build a volume. You can train people in, but if there isn't the jobs there in the projects for them to get hands-on learning, it really doesn't go anywhere. Given where solar is going to grow in the next decade for Minnesota, we need to be as productive and efficient as we possibly can to flip all these switches. But also the fact that the workforce is coming along with this growth is a huge advantage to Northeast Minnesota.
When we first got involved in the project, we put together a master plan working with the city on how we could move the system forward. So where coal was the predominant source of energy, it is now regulated to a backup fuel. We're utilizing natural gas and coal when we need to on the coldest days, certainly when we have to test the boilers to operate on coal, but it's in excess of 90% or in excess of 80% now reduction in the usage of coal. Greenhouse gas emissions are down. The buildings that have transitioned to hot water, and we've got a number that have transitioned to hot water this year, are saving on the average of 26%. So the energy savings have been tremendous, which then is, because it's owned by the city, the benefits are going back to the customers.
The project also supplied a lot of local jobs, lots of different industries in design and construction, and lots of partners in the engineering sector as well. So with this new platform of hot water, there will be more opportunity to explore biofuels, waste heat recovery, and where we might be able to integrate renewables as well.
By putting in the piping systems we have and closing the loop, we can now start integrating in a variety of technologies. So while we've moved to natural gas, this is a step forward. It's not the end.
So yeah, with Hinckley-Finlayson, we did 3 schools. First, we did the high school. This was in Minnesota Power Territory, and we used what they call the Solar Sense program. It's an incentive program that gives some money up front to help us finance these projects, to be able to give these schools some financial benefit immediately with the systems. So economics-wise, what this meant for the districts is, with the incentives plus the energy rates that we were able to offset, we were able to do this for the schools with no upfront cost to the districts. So in this case, across these 3 projects, where we were going to be able to save the district $350,000 in energy expense savings over 30 years. Another thing that we did for this district is that our company worked alongside some educators to create a STEM education curriculum that aligns to current standards, that was able to be implemented into their schools. So they're able to use the solar arrays that they have on their rooftop as a teaching tool in the classroom.
Like on our Wolf Ridge project, we had to excavate down, drill into the bedrock, and sink rebar with an epoxy, but we think that's kind of strange, up there, it's just everyday life. So all the more reason to hire local folks, right? They know what the heck they're doing up there.
I have definitely had some challenging conversations with some school board members before. Some people were just flat out against solar completely as an idea. And then typically though, once you kind of walk them through how it works financially and how it actually saves the school money, I typically will lean on people that are kind of against solar. I lean pretty heavily on the economics and the jobs aspect of it.
Anytime you can free up operational costs to then do other upgrades or other projects, that's really great. And what your solar allows schools to do is really free up some more of their operating budget for other projects.
In the public sector, people are more excited about the environmental message than the financial message, is what I found.
I would say for our work, economics play a role in every project. And oftentimes it's the number one item. And then the environmental.
I just feel like now every conversation we have starts with so much more momentum, really starts on the yes path to solar. Whereas, years ago, we had to fight so hard to get people on that yes path.
And for any members on the call, we'll have a lunch and learn on diversity, equity, and inclusion best practices coming up in December. Thank you all for your time today. I hope you enjoyed our presentation. And if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. Thank you.